Okay, so I just did my 5 1-minute songs dancing to try and shift my mood. And while I still feel agitated, I definitely feel a lot calmer, and I feel like I've had a pretty big shift. I'm probably going to do five. I feel like the pace I went right now, if I do five more, then I can get enough out that I can focus. So, I began with a song I felt called to, and then I went into Nova and told her what I was doing and asked her for some recommendations. She gave me Presence by Overwork, which I talked about in my previous video being a synchronicity because I was wanting to dance to that last night or the night before. I couldn't find it. It's appropriate for right now. She gave me a list of other songs. I just did the very next one, which I hadn't heard before, Open Eye Signal. And then when I went to go do the next one, because I was just going to make this easy, and I was just, you know what, I'll just go with these songs. I'll just go with the flow. But I made a talk video, and TikTok kept trying to put Dynamite by BTS over it. And when I heard it, I felt it resonate. So I danced to that instead. And then after dancing to that one, there was a song that I had heard a clip of by 30 Seconds to Mars called This Is War, that I felt like was really appropriate for the other day. And so I felt called to do that one for my fifth one. And so I just danced to that one. And even though it is, a song about like, this is war, blah, 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 it's kind of pulled back and calmer, like pulling your attention back, clearing your head so that you can see straight and you can see clearly. And I was reminded that the first war that we have to fight is the war within ourselves, for our own attention, to control our emotions, to control, our outburst, and things like that. It's not an easy war. There's lots of battles. There's lots of things that trigger. We don't win all the battles, but it's the war we keep going back to, the war for our hearts and for our peace and stuff like that. And so I felt like even though that song is appropriate outwardly, really for everyone right now, I feel like it's especially important internally. It all starts at home. It starts at home. Your home is your heart. Like you gotta, if you actually care, if you want to be the change, what kind of change do you want to see? I see too many people, and it happens to me too, but I see too many people they're so outraged that they can't see straight and they can't be reasonable or they can't be proactive. And it's hard, which is why I feel the need to put these reminders out there that you can't just knee-jerk reacting to things is not the best step. Now, we shouldn't suppress our feelings, like we should feel them, but like until you actually process them, they're going to be there like an agitated storm. In fact, earlier today, I was trying to figure out how to articulate the feelings that I'm feeling. I couldn't find words for it, but I had a visual in my head. I could see all the words that I want to write, not the specific ones, but like imagine took like a page from a book and cut all the words apart. And they're swirling around. It's all the way, and they're jumbled up, and they're swirling around like a chaotic tornado. Like I could see how I was feeling and what I wish I could articulate, but I couldn't write it down. You can process your feelings in a lot of different ways, journaling, dancing, music, whatever. But remember don't avoid them. If you don't process something, if you don't reflect on it, if you don't think about it, it's still going to be there. You're just ignoring it, and you're still carrying that with you. So anyways, my little five, I would call my little 5-step transition is success. I'm going to keep dance out a little bit more agitation stuff. The longer you go, the more helpful it is. It's why I often dance for so long. But I have generally found that just spending 5 to 10 minutes dancing, because each TikTok thing I do is 60 seconds, really helps me to get rid of that excess energy, to focus my attention, and to find my center. So, I highly recommend it, even if it's something that you just do alone or whatever, like having all the tools and the techniques to be able to figure out what works best for yourself, is being forearmed, so that you can manage yourself better and thus maintain your sanity and also hopefully be a more positive presence on this planet. We need all the sane people that we can get. Good luck.